Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome to Australia taking on Sri Lanka in some one-day games. In our first game here at Harl. I don't know how to pronounce Harl. Sorry, I don't know how to pronounce it. Here's our squads. They're probably bloody wrong, but I'm doing this in advance because I want to make sure the video's out in time. Anyway, it's Australia taking on South Africa. I have no idea what the result of the T20 series was because that third game's actually happening tonight. So we're just going to have a look and see how we go here. We've won the toss. Now, I love to chase, even though it stuffed us up last game. So we're going to bowl first, even though in that T20 game when we were chasing, we buggered it up. So that's what we're going to try and do today. Try and keep them and restrict the total to as minimal as possible, I guess. And we'll see how we go. I've got Hashim Amla in there at the top of the order. Maybe I've messed up this squad a little bit. Oh well, whatever works for this first match. It's probably garbage. We'll try and fix it up once we get to the second ODI. So anyway, Mitchell Starc to Temba Bavuma to open today's proceedings. And it's an off ball. Oh, it was looking like it was going to be a maiden over until Bavuma sent that one down the ground with a boundary. Oh, run is no. They took it on and they got it. Amla on the board. Gee, there's a catching mid-wicket in. I wonder if I can just swing it in and really get him to sky it. He's got a little bit of bat on that one. And Warner takes it at first slip. South Africa lose their first wicket. Gee, the aggressor, Bavuma, took it on. Just a little bit of bat onto the pad. Warner happy to take the catch. Bavuma out. Just the 4 runs to his name. A perfect start for Australia. Yes. Oh, found the gap. Through point. Beats Matty Way and goes to the boundary for 4, 9 for 1 after 2. Yep. On edge from Hashim Amla. Yep. Oh, he really loaded up. Cleared the front foot and Rassie van der Dussen found the boundary. Edged, and it's a sharp chance that's taken. Van der Dussen departs. Mitchell Starc gets his first. And a good take by David Warner. Oh, Faf first ball. Outside edge. Alex Carey with the catch. The Aussies have 3 in the first 5 overs. And the South African departs without getting a run. And this time gets connection with the ball and finds the boundary rope to get off the mark. Oh, it's a big shout. They're going to come through for 1. It might have been tracking down the leg side. I'm probably not going to use the review. Oh, that's nice. Emma goes over the top. Oh, and again, this time down the ground. Finds 4 more runs. Kane Richardson into the attack for Australia now. Oh, gee, it's close. I don't know if it swung in enough. Probably not. Oh, and again, Amla, who's looked a bit slow with his scoring rate today, only going at a strike rate of about 80. Now has 20 from 25. So I think I'm pretty happy with how we've started this game. Might get the spinners on, spread the field a bit more and try and take some more wickets. Good bit of fielding there, keeps this one to just 3. And toss it up. Oh, that's plum! Yes! Given! Zampa just 2 legitimate balls, but 3 balls into his spell. Picks up the wicket of David Miller. And that is real trouble for South Africa. 58 for 4. It's a leg slip in here for Australia. Oh! I think that turned too much. We already missed out on a review earlier. I don't want to miss out on another one, but I think that one was too much. Zampa looking dangerous. Amla up to the task. This is going to be the juiciest full toss, and I reckon he's going to smash it through mid-wicket. Oh, it almost cleans up the stumps. That time finds the edge and it finds the boundary. So a couple of really good balls in a row by Richardson, but... oh, good shot. Clausen finds a rope. Oh, and that one finds the gap and finds the boundary. So Hashim Amla continuing to press on with his innings. He's into the 40s. Just found a little bit of an opportunity to press on some runs. That's in the air, but the man is a little bit too square. So it finds the rope for 4. Oh, that's in the air, and that's through mid-wicket, and there's no one in the deep over there. Safely to the boundary for 4, and 100 up for South Africa. 101 for 4 at this point. And this time in the air, Zampa camped underneath it. And Clausen, oh my. Catch the ball when I press the button. You tell me to press. That's over the top. That'll be 4. And that'll be 50 up for Hashim Amla. 51 from 62. And a very good knock. 9 fours in that innings. Oh, pitched up. Clausen nicks, and he's out this time. Just about an over later than being dropped by Adam Zampa. Mitchell Starc gets the breakthrough of Clausen. Caught behind. Amla continue. If we get him, their runs stop. Or they'll really struggle to get to 200. So it's a big moment here. And it's a wicket! And it's Agar who gets him. It's exactly what I was looking. So Amla goes for 56. 114 for 6. Oh, another Reg. Can it be taken? It can. And Cummins gets Australia another wicket. The South Africans are in real trouble here. So Cummins, to my surprise, actually has 3 for 30. On a leading edge that almost I thought Cummins was going to Superman take, but not to be. South Africa 7 down for 115. Oh, that's in the air. There's men down there. Is it going to carry them? Oh, Finch was on the rope. He might have got it too. Oh, yes. Beautiful ripping ball from Pat Cummins. Cleaned him up. Yorker, perfection, bottom of off stump. And it is dislodged from the ground. Hagiso Rabaragon for a duck. South Africa 8 down for 123. Oh, that's off the pad. Is it going? I think it's going over the top. And the amount of swing and seam and whatever to get. That one to the rope though. Sometimes a different type of delivery is what gets you the edge. Go short here. Oh, tried a lot of full stuff. Said went short. Looking on the pads. Oh, that's close. It's probably swinging away too much, but it's worth the look. We did miss a review earlier. This one, yeah, as I said, probably going on to miss the off stump. Yeah, a little bit disappointing there. And now, a bit more aggression. Haven't seen that for a while. Just for 1. Oh, that's 4. Need leg side fielders. A real inconvenience. Oh, in the air, and that could be all the way. It's 6. Oh, my Lord. Finally get the edge, but it flies past Carey on his inside. And that is the 50 partnership for these two. A couple of runs off Zampa. And they just continue to stick around at the crease. Remember, obviously, South Africa were 124 for 8 at the crease. Oh, catch that, somebody! Yes! It was a leading edge. And it delivers the wicket. As Call of Duty installs an update. Who took the catch? Mitchell Starc, one-handed down low. Needed to see a different angle. please. Here it was, just getting it with his right hand. Somebody was there. And the partnership finally broken. Peclaqueo out for 39, a hard-fought 39. That's close. It's probably going over the top. Oh, they want to again. It's a slow turn from Tahir. And again, they find a way to get home. 5 runs this over. And there it is. Finally. I feel much more relieved that I've got them out because it bloody took a hell of a lot of effort. Had them 8 down for 120. 8 for 120 odd. You thought South Africa, they're not going to make 150 here. And somehow they've eked their way out to 190. What was it, 194? 193. Here's some of the highlights. Mostly Hashim Amla. And then the Australian quicks. And Stain departed. And this was a big whip moment. Bavada out. But then it was just the Peclaqueo show. He came in, got some lucky runs. But Australia do get South Africa all out for 193. It took 42 overs to do so after South Africa looked like they were in real trouble early on in the day. Highest score was Hashim Amla's 56 from 67. Peclaqueo was supporting innings of 39 there. And the last 2 wickets put on 70 runs for the South Africans. So they'll be pretty pleased with that. But unfortunately, just not enough work from that top order. For the bowling, obviously Stark and Cummins, the standouts, 4 for 36. Pat Cummins, the pick of the bowlers, Stark 2 for 41 there. Richardson, Zampa, a wicket each. Agar getting a couple. Let's get into the Australian innings soon. I'm not going to record it today because it'll probably take me too long, but we'll do it later. Okay, welcome everyone back. Australia chasing 194 over 50 overs. So run rate of about, what's that, 4 and over needed? Somewhere just below 4 and over required as well. It is Aaron Finch on strike, Kagiso Rabada with the new ball in hand. And a good couple of first deliveries. So 9 dots in a row for South Africa to start off this innings. Australia finally get their first runs on the board off the bat of David Warner. As he tucks that one towards fine leg. On edge and taken. So Aaron Finch departs early. Australia 1 for 1. Oh, found a gap. And finally, a boundary for Australia. And finally, I guess, some real runs on the board. And now again, Smith this time. He finds his own mid-wicket gap. And a boundary for himself. Smith out. An edge through to the keeper. And that's the second time we've seen a ball pitched up and been nicked. So maybe South Africa have finally found a trick. Pitch the ball up more. He might be more likely to get a wicket. Oh, again, Warner. He's really picking up the rate at the moment, and he's doing a lot of the scoring for Australia. He's got 18 of their 24 runs so far. A really positive start. Labuschagne, we know he's strong through the onside, and mid-wicket's been a good scoring option for both players already so far, and that's Labuschagne's first runs. It's a boundary. It's a very interesting point of the game at the moment. We see Australia through Warner, or mostly David Warner, are at 36 for 2. The run rate slowly increasing over time. Of course, there's still 40 overs, 41 overs, I guess, remaining to get these further 58 runs. So there's plenty of time left in the match. Oh, mid-wicket. It's a bad gap to leave open if you bowl straight, especially to a player like Marnus Labuschagne, who loves to play that onside. Oh, it was swinging in. This is a tough shout. Umpire says no, but we might see a South African review here. I think the big question is, does it hit inside the line of the off stump? It looks like it's just hitting outside the line. Impact outside off. So Labuschagne survives. South Africa lose their review. And a little bit of disappointment. Too bad it's only worth one. And at the end of, I guess, the Australian power play, they were 39 for 2. Not an ideal start. We'll have a look at where South Africa, I guess, were during this point in time. They were much more ahead of where the Aussies were, but they only faced 40-odd overs. 43 overs or whatever before they were knocked over. So the Aussies definitely will win the game if they bat out the match. And that is 4 runs for Labuschagne. It's 2 straight. Oh, there's a little tickle on that. And Labuschagne is going to go. The third outside edge of the Australians' bat. Let's see South Africa get their 3rd wicket. Marnus Labuschagne will have to depart. Warner goes down the ground. There's a fielder there. And he's taken it. And David Warner goes. Australia 45 for 4. Gee, there wasn't really too much reason to take this shot on. But he went for it. And, yeah, he's out. So Australia with 2 left-handers at the crease, Alex Carey and Matthew Wade. Alex Carey facing his first ball now, finding a singular run there. Australia in a spot of bowler, 46 for 4. Oh no, that's another wicket. And after bringing up the 50 for Australia, Matthew Wade with a top edge onto his arm is out. Australia 50 for 5. Now Ashton Agar to the middle. Lots of work to be done. I feel like I play almost exactly the way Australia plays. They'll either have a really good game or a really poor game. Right now it's not looking great, is it? Oh, short ball pulled away by Carey. And he finds the boundary rope. Wasn't even that short. It was hit very flat. Glorious. Glorious again. Well and truly on track to get the runs. Oh, in the 50 overs, and this is nutmegged Alex Carey. He just stands there in disbelief. Oh my goodness. He's gone for 19. Australia 6 down. One more look at this by Alex Carey. I mean, I hit it. Even if it's off the toe of the bat, I hit it. It's straight through the legs. Through the stumps. Alright, well, new approach. Get the runs. Rabada. Have a look at his figures. 1 for 10 from 4.3 overs. Extraordinary economy rate. We're about 2 and over. A little bit more than that. In the air. Should be taken. And is. And Ashton Agar also departs. So the Australians, it's ricocheted off the helmet, a top edge under the helmet. A little bit of unluckiness. Caught and bowled Rabada, 75 for 7. Australia really struggling in the runs department. This is actually probably on form for me. Because the last game we played was the 3rd T20 against South Africa. And we played it really poorly. I remember I didn't chase down whatever it was. I got knocked over for about, like, not even 100. So this is a little bit of trouble at the moment. Needs some runs. Stuck. He's probably going to provide 2 of them here. That is out as well. It's ballooned into the sky, and Mitchell Starc has caught it mid-wicket, I think. You'll have to see it on the replays. 5 wickets for Tahir as well. But he smashed it into the pad. It's in the air. There's no problems whatsoever with getting underneath it. And a good catch taken by Temba Bavuma. Mitchell Starc out for 3. Australia 77 for 8. So the current run rate, we're actually on track for 229, which would have us winning the match. Unfortunately, there's only 2 wickets remaining. Oh, that's nice from Pat Cummins. Takes on the fuller delivery and finds the boundary. Oh, dangerously cut. So Tahir's 5 for 25. It's really made a mockery out of these Aussie players. That looked like it was just plumb. I don't know why there was no appeal. I didn't hit it though. Ah, it's come right off the glove. Yep. And at the end of the 19th over, it is 88 for 8. We're probably only 1 over away from the lights coming on at the venue as well. Edged and taken. 9th wicket falls. Rabada gets it. Cummins will depart. And Australia on the verge of another loss. Free hit for Kane Richardson off his first legal delivery is an outside edge that goes to the boundary. Oh, he's off the mark. Oh, that's a top edge, and it's taken, and Australia lose the first game of this series. Rabada finishes with 4. I think he's probably been the best player of the match. And the Aussies bow out very easily. Disappointing way from the start of the series. Imran Tahir's 5 for 29, very good with the ball. It went downhill very quickly for the Australians, and in the end, South Africa won by 98 runs. Just happens sometimes. So to a quick recap of the Australian innings, 3 players scoring scoring double figures. Alex Carey, Marnus Labuschagne and David Warner. The rest single figures with Aaron Finch failing to score a run for the Australians. In the end, all out for 95. After they were, 44 for 2 at one point. And then losing 7 for 51 for the South African bowlers. The South African quicks, 5 for 29 for Imran Tahir. Dale Steyn, 1 for 22. And the ever economical Kagiso Rabada, 4 for 23. Had the game won for them there. So in the end, Imran Tahir's 5 wickets got him the player of the game. As he, what did they do? South Africa won by 98 runs. Fair dinkum.